allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling. Oh man, MP really attacking. He's seeing the floor nicely and taking advantage.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. Then on Thursday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Brooklyn making some changes. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Trendon Watford. And Dinwiddie subbed in for O'Neal. Rose kicks to Olynyk. Fires the three. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Wade. Drives to the hoop. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Rose passes to Adams. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Now the dish to Olynyk. Back to Jackson. Three-pointer. And again, Memphis no good. Nets leading by 17. Finney Smith passes to Wade. Kicks it to Dinwiddie. Wade against Rose. And it's Wade. That time on the assist by Dinwiddie. Wade's got 8 here in the quarter.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Some changes for Memphis. Kennard, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's John Morant in for Rose. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Johnson, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. .114 left to play here in the half. Here's Morant. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Morant against Wade. Oh, good on that one. Morant with some nice D. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Claxton. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Morant with a wide open look. Morant with another miss. Nets leading by 17.
Walking foul call. First personal foul. 13 foul. Coming onto the floor for your Grizzlies, number 13.
Wade against Morant.
Jackson Jr.
Over in the corner, Claxton. In the corner, Finney Smith with it. Wade kicks to Finney Smith. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And the Nets lead by 20. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Brooklyn ahead. They finish off the second quarter on a 12-4 run. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Let's get it for the Nba2k.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Brooklyn Nets.
The way this has looked, this must feel like a shoot-around to them. They're jogging to spots and getting open. I think I could even get open right now, Shaq.
Kenny, we've seen you run to the board. You're not getting open.
And now, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race so far.
Here at the midway point, we've seen enough games to get a real sense of the rooks. Which ones are truly NBA ready?
Man, NBA ready is right, Shaq. I mean, some players take longer, but always a good sign when someone can come in and make an immediate impact, kind of like you did in Orlando when you first got in the league. Immediate impact.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
The lengthy post tandem for him, Jackson and Adams. Luke Kennard out there with John Morant. And it's Roddy in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Pass to Finney-Smith. This one for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Memphis with the ball. Now Morant. Those numbers of his aren't a mystery. He's actually averaging 32 points a game. That's a sensational jump. And good! There's another.
And he's done it. A new single-season franchise scoring record. Great accomplishment from him in what's been an incredible run.
It's been a season for the ages for him, and one that will go down in the history of this franchise. And the basket by Wade.
He was able to simply lay it in over the top of the smaller man.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a prolific shot blocker, but blocks aren't his goal. He said, I'm playing the game to not foul, but make it as hard as I can. And if I block it, then cool. Avoiding those whistles is key.
Incredible performance when they needed him most.
He's now broken the franchise record for points scored in a single season. That is coming up big. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at the Grizzlies. They've had a great season. They'll look to extend that into the playoffs.
And guys, when you look at Memphis, it hasn't been the type of fully dominant season that a lot of the experts predicted, but they're still in a position that many other teams would envy at this point.
And still with time to put it all together and make this a successful season. Because as disappointed as this may seem right now, they're still at the top of the standings right now. It's really all about the playoffs for a team of this caliber.
Jackson. And that one goes long.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is so impressive, especially on the defensive end.
A dynamic shot blocker, Greg. Jaren Jackson is someone that loves setting the tone on the defensive end. Not to mention, he's a very skilled offensive threat.
Pass to Adams. Over Claxton. Adams' shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Wade finds Bridges. Back to Wade. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. And And the Nets, another three.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lets a floater go. Out to Morant. Looking to end the run. Knocks down the three ball. Morant's got 9 points.
Asserting himself at the arc. Ja Morant putting his range to good use.
Wade passes to Claxton. Now Finney Smith. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 1:47 left here in the third quarter. And here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. There's the lob to Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
This is a big target coming off the pick and roll. Jaren's lethal in this set.
Wade outside. Hit the floater, and the layup is good. Wade's got 24 points.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant.
Blocking foul call. Dorian Finney-Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
Both teams changing it up here. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. From deep, Rose. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Dinwiddie outside. And it's Thomas at the elbow. Floats one up. He lays it in.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Kennard's shot is off. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Brooklyn. They get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. Lets it go from 11. The rebound by Steven Adams. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Morant surveying the D. Olynyk, a screen on Thomas. Here's Morant. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The scoring has been... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there.
For Brooklyn, Paisley comes in for Trendon Watford. And it's Wade in for Walker. Three-pointer, Wade. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Simmons. Thomas is out there with Darius Paisley. Then there's Wade. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And they're also finding a good deal of their points off turnovers tonight. Seems like every time they come up with an extra possession, they find a way to convert.
And with NBA's upcoming broadcasting deal, Steve, starting in 2025, a lot of streaming services vying to carry games.
Kevin, we'll see how it plays out. But with those additional media outlets in the bidding, the sense is the next deal could be a doozy.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Now, here's Morant for 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Morant against Wade. And the pass to Dinwiddie. Wade against Morant. And the basket by Wade. Wade's got 26 points.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And the shot goes down.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Brooklyn.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Wade.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Shot clock at 6. Kennard finds Jackson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Even with the clock running down, there's an element of calm to Jackson's game.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Wade up top, guarded by Morant. Outside Thomas. Jacks up a 3. Watford, that's good. And the Nets lead by 18.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
Good stuff.
Good game, MV.
Let's go, MP! How you doing?
Those guys are gonna have nightmares about you carving up their D.
That's why you've got to keep pushing yourself. Everyone's going to be expecting a sophomore slump.
To make sure the touristy people keep doing what they're doing. Yeah, keep so that you get a little bit more of a
Really strong performance out there. You seemed even more in your element than usual. Did you feel particularly dialed in for this matchup?
I don't know if I was more dialed in than normal. I mean, if you can't get up for an NBA game, then you should be doing something else. I get to go out every game and play against the best players in the world, in the most iconic arenas, in front of the best fans. I'm living out the video games I played as a kid, against some of the same players. I'm living the dream, and I'll never forget that.
Very cool. And how were you able to get the better of Ja Morant in this one?
we both had our moments. I think this was more of a case of having a better supporting cast this time. I'm not saying they have a bad squad over there, but our guys were able to follow my lead a little better than Jaws were able to follow his. A win like this is always due to a group working together as a team to get it done. I didn't get the better of Ja. We all did.
Keep that streak going, kid. Let's get another one.
Hey, MP, I got...
So we push hard off the miss, and then we swing it here.